it's time for fun. This is the time and place for Minecraft. Welcome to my second episode. We're going to be working on this gate that you see behind me today. Hopefully you'll like this, and please give a like and subscribe. It will help me and keep you in the loop. I already started a little platform over there. So this is an idea I worked on for the theme park that we're working on in our world with Magnificent One. I think I'm calling it the Magnificent Craft, that world. Not sure what I want to call it. It's really up to her. It's her world, but I've been playing with her since near the beginning, and hopefully she'll take my input on that, I hope. So this was an idea for an entryway for the theme park. She wanted to kind of see this without me having to build the whole thing to see if it's something she wanted, and we've been looking around for quite a while for some kind of an entry pay to enter gate for the theme park to kind of make it a little more realistic and have an entryway for the park. And I looked around, a lot of the videos were pretty old or not really quite what we were looking for. By old I mean they were out of date, something just didn't seem to work. Might have wound up just being a click on one of the redstone components, but I'm not quite sure if it was down to a repeater or something like that. So working on this, I found that was the case, and some of my things just needed to have it on the right click. But anyhow, part of this is just to show Mag the idea, and then also hopefully you like what you see here, and we'll give like, and we'll see if we can build this. First, I wanted to try and do the new build. I started building a palette, little platform over there, and realized that Mag wanted a certain color palette for new building. So I'm going to go ahead to our other world and see what that was. Well, I came over here to see what it was that Magnificent One wanted for the textures of the gates that we're going to be building, and these were those. So I have that, and we'll use that information in our build. Let's go ahead back to our creative world and keep on working on our gate to the park that we're going to be building. We have kind of a little gate over there. I don't know if I want to show that yet though, but we're going to work on this palette here with I believe that's Endstone, cyan terracotta, cyan glass, and then the new warty wood, I believe there. Alright, so we'll use these in our palette for the gate that we're building in creative. Here we are back at the gate, and I thought I'd just do a quick little run through showing you how it works. I thought this was cute just to have a little window, but all the workings are in here. You walk up to the gate. You do need to push D or to your right to make sure you kind of go through the gate, but then just push Q to throw the object in there. I have it set for netherite scraps, and you're in. There's a little thing that pops up there to actually push you forward, but I find you still need to push yourself to the left to get through. But I'm hoping having this will help keep more than one person from going through at a time. So if we see it from some other viewpoint, possibly, can we? Yeah, I'm already running through, so I don't even know if that's all that necessary, but I thought when I first built it that it would actually push the person through, but if you, I'll show you, just throw it and let it do its work, it doesn't actually push you through. So you do need to push through to the side and you get through there. So I mean, that may not be needed, but I think it's well, whether or not it works, the thing comes up, pushes out, and goes out. And what is going on with my daytime, nighttime there? Okay, wow, little strobe light action going on. That's odd. Anyhow, we'll see if I can fix that. Here are the items you're going to need for this build. You're going to need 2 chests, some sort of payment. I chose netherite scraps here. I just have a stack of 64. You don't need quite that many, but that allows you to actually have some to probably sell also as the ticket, which I want to try and design some kind of payment system to buy the tickets that you're going to be using, but you could also use something like a book or notes, things like that, to have them be kind of original items. 2 sticky pistons, 1 piston, 7 redstone repeaters, 2 redstone comparators, 13 redstone dust, 5 redstone torches, 4 hoppers, quite a few building blocks. I have here iron blocks. That's not what you necessarily need. I'm going to be using, as you saw, the different types of blocks that Magnificent One wanted me to use. You are going to need some slabs of some sort. I'm going to have to figure out if they're going to be and what block they're going to be, depending on how I wind up making it look. And then 3 furnaces, and I think they just need to be immovable blocks, and then furnaces work as that. I was using an in rod as the barrier, but I also played around with stairs that seemed to work, and also with a chain, and that seemed to work very well too. So this is the items you're going to need for this build, and let's go ahead and get on with the rest of this. Alright, so here's the supplies one more time, and the blocks that Dana wanted, the palette we wanted to use. So let's go ahead and bring some of these into where we can utilize them. Let's go ahead and we're going to place the pistons and hoppers we're going to be needing. So let's see, we want to have a sticky piston there, and not sticky piston, a regular piston there. Before we had a furnace there. I don't think that is going to be necessary though. Some of these are just temporary blocks. Put that there. I think we're going to have that like so. We're going to want that facing down, this one facing into it, and that facing that direction. Let's put a temporary block right there, and this one hopper facing down. Alright, and so we'll break that block, and we're going to want to break all those here too. And I went ahead and off camera grabbed what we're going to need for this next little part. We're going to put a chest so that it feeds into here. And let's see, we have some blocks for our circuitry, so let's start right there. And we're going to want a comparator coming off of that. If I'm not mistaken, let's see, I think we want a little redstone there. If I get down here, it should be a T-shape. Actually, we want to dig out a little area here for a little bit more of our circuitry. Let's see, that there, that there. That's gonna, if I'm not mistaken, going to be it. Let's put that right there. That's our 3, 1, 2, 3, and that doesn't get rid of our pieces here, so that's what's confusing me a little bit. And that there, and that should create our sorting system here, and we should be able to put in our items there, put those across, and one dropped down into here. So any more that we drop in should go through and cause a pulse. I'm going to trust that that worked now. Oh, and I did notice one little change I forgot about. I put this up here rather than all the way down there. At some point this is going to extend up, and that needs to be in its retracted position, so as if when we go down. Now that I'm thinking about it, we can probably go ahead and put that in there so it'll be ready to go when we are ready for that. Now what we're going to need to do, and I'm probably going to need to review really quickly, is the pulse extender that I had put in. Alright, for our pulse extender, we have the items we're going to need in our inventory right now. We just need some different color blocks for the circuit that we're going to build. We'll put 2 blocks like this, a redstone torch right there, another little bit there. We want a comparator reading that, and break that, and then just a quick little redstone right there, and we're gonna continue this line this way. Okay, and I went and grabbed the blocks we need for this next small little component. We just need a shape like that there. We're going to have a repeater there and a redstone torch there, a repeater to pick that up. It's going to make our piston kick off. I'm going to put another redstone there, which is going to continue the line elsewhere. You see that that is now up, and basically when we put our payment in here, it's going to turn off the signal going to this block here and retract the piston. Now we need to go ahead and add, in some ways, you know, that could be all that's needed, but I have this device here that pops up and pushes out this piston here, so we're going to add that, but really there's a good chance that is all that is needed for this to work just the way it does. Well, in which case you wouldn't wind up needing that at all, but we're going to go ahead and continue this out, one line here and another line coming from that redstone torch there. And again, I went ahead and grabbed the bricks off camera and realized it doesn't come off of this torch here, but right next to it. So we're going to go ahead and build this line over. This is the line that's going to actually get this piston to fire when it's over here. So we're going to need a block. When it's lifted, it'll go into here. Oops. And make that go ahead and fire. I'm going to put another repeater here. I think the signal's strong enough, but I put a repeater there just to boost the signal again. And that's it, just the two repeaters with 6 pieces of redstone for that one component. And so last we're going to come around, and this does come off the redstone here. So we're going to bring this around with the 6 pieces here, just like so. Have this repeater going into that, and that should be it. That'll help that first piston pop up. Now I just need to check the ticks on a few things, so we'll go around and do that. Also wanted to probably bring some blocks down here and kind of create our little gateway, something like that, and that'll be it. Simple for now, but we can add something a little different. I made these blocks just the same because they wind up being some of what we need to see going on. Actually, let's go ahead and test that this all is going to work okay. I think we need a backsplash though, so our, how would you say, and partly why I had something different there, though it could be, I guess, just open, was to I had an end rod there and the build over there to allow some light, but also for whatever's thrown to get through here. So let's go ahead and grab a piece of netherite scrap and see if this all is going to work the way it is. And I have a feeling something's going to be off timing wise. You know what? That actually worked fine. We didn't have to mess with any ticks on it. And let's go ahead and beautify this then. Well, we've done our beautification of the front here. Probably not going to stick with this pattern, but I played around with a few things. I put an M for magnificent one, or magnificent land at the sea. I kind of put a shape of a 1 into the M there in both places. But we can go ahead and try and use this and look at the other side, which I'll probably spend even less time trying to beautify, but let's go in. We'll pay our toll. Go ahead and go in. And I did this side here. with a big, kind of tried to sort of looking like a face to me, so kind of tried to make a smiley face. Anyhow, some kind of pattern we put in here and make that look all better. The one thing I did notice is that we were thinking about using books for tickets rather than the netherite scrap. I'm not sure which mag is going to want to use, but that is easy to change. If you come in here, and obviously instead of using like high-end concrete, maybe you don't know, but you can take items and rename them. In fact, we can go ahead and do that. We can take these and rename them. I know I got this from impulseSV's site, and he usually just renames them filter, and I've been in the habit of, wait up a minute, no, wrong device. We want to be on the anvil there. So if you put 4 in there and use a couple levels, just one level actually, to rename them something like filter, which is makes them an item that will not be thrown in your thing to mess up your filters. So name them filter, unless someone thinks to find what you call filter and throw it in there also. I think it has to be the same item and the same name. It's not very likely. And then just I made these copies of an original book. If you pop them in there, I think it winds up leaving 10 in total, so it should count down. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to leave 1 here and that, and then the rest, as you see, dropped in here. And we can go around and use any other copies that are made of the original, and that way it has a author that wrote the person. So if Mag makes these, or if I make these, we'll be the only ones that can make copies for them to have a ticket to get through the gate here. So we can pop that in and get in, and it worked great. So that's it. If you like the video, please give a like. If you could, please subscribe. I'm going to be trying to put out maybe a video once a week. If more, that would be great. But at least once a week, I like to try and put something of what I'm doing. Have a little bit of fun every day playing, or most every day playing. So I like to share that with the world. And from time to time, if I come across something that I feel like I've kind of made a little change to, or if there's something you'd like me to work on and try and figure out for you, let me know too. I'm open to ideas. You can leave those in the comments. So yeah, please leave a like, please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.